This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. Technology has changed dramatically over the years. There's no doubt about that. And it seems like there's a new device or system coming out every day. So we wanted to know, how has technology changed over the years in the farming industry and the important role it plays? We have Jeremy Schneider from Seidenstrickers here this morning to break it down for us. How are you doing?
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on. So the first question is, how have things evolved over the years?
Well, you know, when GPS first started in farming, we started out with what I look at as very similar to the cell phone industry. Your original bag phone was pretty much just a standard bag phone, and our first GPS devices were pretty standard analog type systems. So as technology has evolved, today we use touch screens just like your cell phone today, and it does a multitude of things, not only controlling the GPS, but it also controls a lot of the machine itself. So.
All right, so really quickly, you have one that you used about 15 years ago. It's still in
20.
use for some, but this is what it looked like 15 years ago. So
Yes.
kind of explain what this is.
Basically,
it's like
this
a large
was,
calculator.
Yeah, like I said, this was 15 to 20 years ago when we first started using things like this, and it was pretty standard, and guys still use this today. Like you said, it looks like a large calculator, but it did the job. Today, we use what we call a 2630. This, while larger, does, I can't even tell you how many more things it actually does. Touch screen, color, and things like that. So it's definitely evolved to a much more useful
Now, do
piece
you
of
hook
equipment.
this up to, your farming machinery?
Yes, actually, this goes inside the cab of every one of our combines and large tractors, and you can order it with that, or it can be installed later. And it usually sits up in the corner of the machine and right next to the operator, so he's easily can grab hold of everything and touch the screen as he's going through the field and make changes as they go through.
All right, now what is this? Because at first when you brought this in, I thought this was a hard hat, but it's not.
It is not a hard hat. Actually, the three things that you need to use your GPS in most machinery is you need your screen and processor, basically all in one. It's basically a mini computer. But you also need your receiver, and that's what that is there. It's a GPS receiver, satellite receiver, and that's taking in the satellite signal and calculating it so that they know where they're at in the field at all times. And actually, when you have auto steer, it's actually controlling the tractor or combine or whatever device you're in so that you're within, depending on your accuracy level, you're within a couple of feet to sub-inch accuracy.
All right. So are these the basic requirements that producers need?
They are. They
Okay.
are the basic requirements. You're going to need a receiver to get your signal. You're going to need your processor and screen to interact with it. And then you're also going to need an activation. And your activation determines your accuracy.
Okay, perfect. Now let's go ahead and talk about what types of things we'll be seeing in the future when it comes to technology and farming.
All right. Well, today, this has almost become standard equipment.
Okay.
Okay. So in the future, what we're doing here is we're taking all the data and getting it all together. But what a lot of people struggle with is, how do I take that data and make better decisions with it? So in the future, what we're going to be seeing is more capabilities to make better decisions quickly and accurately with that information. Some of the other technologies that we'll be seeing is what we call John Deere Field Connect. It's actually something that's pretty exciting, because what we do is we put monitors in the field, and that measures the soil moisture in the actual soil.
Wow.
And transports that information back to a standard server, and that actually can tell producers when to turn on their irrigation if they have it, or just how the plant is actually producing in the field. And the hope is that eventually that information will be able to make people more productive and produce more food in a limited quantity of land that we have to make it.
Fantastic. Now let's go ahead and talk about how Seidenstricker is prepared for these technology advancements in the future.
Well, today we have several guys on staff to take care of this, and we continue to add more people to those positions. In fact, Seidenstrickers has created a whole new department called Integrated Solutions, and what those people's focus is to take this information and this data and help the producers use it effectively, but also to put that throughout our organization. Today, you know, there's pretty standard parts, sales, and service. Integrated Solutions is kind of tasked with making sure that this technology is seamless throughout our organization so that when producers come in and have questions, that we're all informed and able to take care of them.
All right. Now, my final question is, I'm sure a lot of our viewers have noticed you used to be located inside the city limits of Kirksville, but now you've moved north. Why is that, and do you think it's going to better your business, affect it? What are your thoughts?
You know, our facility there in the middle of town of Kirksville served us well for several years. But as most people that have visited us could see, we couldn't even fit some of the machinery inside the shop and things like that. So we actually moved 3 miles north of Kirksville on 63, right off of 63. It's easy to find us. But that facility out there is much larger, more open, and should be able to help us produce the best quality product that we can as far as service for all of our customers in the Kirksville area.
Now, do you feel like this will be is a better move for you guys and will help, you know, increase your customer database?
Yes, we do. We feel that as producers get larger and things like that, being outside of the actual city limits allows people to come in and visit us with without some of the congestion that they normally used to face, and we do feel that it will be a very good growth model for us.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jeremy. And what we'll do is we'll post everything on our website at heartlandconnection.com, as well as Side and Stricker's information if they have any questions. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back.